Good morning, YouTube family. It's Kay with the Garden of Faith. Today is pretty much an overcast day. Not sure how much yard work I'm going to get done today in the garden. As you can see, it may not look as cloudy to you on this camera as it does to me, but it's a nice overcast day, which means it's really cool for us, so that's a blessing. But I'm still not sure how much I'm going to get done today. However, I am actually taking a walk through because I wasn't able to get out here yesterday at all. So I wanted to see what was happening and what was going on in my garden. So I am excited because all of my cucumber seeds came up. So it looks like I just need to probably thin. And I am excited about that because this is my second round of cucumbers because it was too hot when I planted the first batch. And um, back in, I don't remember when I planted them, but I did. And they didn't do so well. Um, my grapevine, that they're doing pretty good. This one is definitely getting established because it is getting new growth or has established itself. So it's getting new growth. And still concerned about my blackberries. But I do see new growth. So that means whatever I did when I amended and gave them some food, it's working. So I'm glad about that. This is a pesty vine right here. I know they say it's medicinal, but it stinks so bad, and I don't know why it is everywhere all the time here. Especially when you get something you didn't plant. But that's truly a blessing. But I do know that Cersei has a lot of medicinal benefits. I don't know if you guys have seen this in your yard, but that's the pod coming, or is that the bloom? No, that's another bloom. Is it? Anyway, it grows these little orange pods and these red seeds come out, but gosh, it stinks so it stinks really bad, but they say it's good and they say it's medicinal, but it grows wild all over here. I might can show you guys something a little later. My okra are coming up. So all of them didn't come, but majority of them did. So now I'll just have to put them where they need to be or thin it out and get rid of the tiny ones like this and like that and let the other ones stay. All of them are doing pretty good, but there are some that are smaller than others that I'm going to take out. Of course, y'all, I took my shade protector off of my, what is this? Y'all help me. Lord, my brain be doing this stuff. Bell pepper, my pepper bed. There's different types of peppers in here. However, this is loaded with a bunch of weeds that I didn't know I had so many weeds in there because I had it covered. So I got to get in there and get that out. So these are just things that I need to do that I haven't had a chance to do because I get that one day to do stuff, but then I have other stuff to do first that are a priority first. I love my garden, but um, I love it more in the winter. And but I also have things I have to do other than gardening. So sometimes my garden has to take a back seat. Sometimes and this one definitely need to be cleaned out. I love this vine when it starts to cascade over the side. It's absolutely beautiful to me. It definitely needs some nitrogen though because it's bright green, but it's not supposed to be that yellowish looking. Um, Last week, guys, I planted some seeds in here, strawberry seeds. I don't see any sign. I don't know how long strawberry seeds take to is it germinate the word? Or come up? I don't see them. But I planted these the same day, and these green beans, these purple whole peas, and they are definitely coming up. So this green stalk is doing good. Got a few pockets where I possibly could have just skipped because I was kind of distracted too. So I don't see any head. So I probably missed this spot because I see something coming here. But not all of them. I see another one there. Yeah, I'm that one. I look for my stuff, y'all. So I know I shouldn't disturb it, but I do. Sometimes I do. And it's out of just being a pest to the plant, I guess. I don't know if I should take this off. Because this was still on here yesterday and it came up. So here's another one. I see you. What you doing? You growing back into the ground? Why did you do that? This one looked like it's growing back down instead of coming up. Where is it going? Well, that's weird. I've never seen it do that, but hopefully that'll change direction and it won't. It'll come up. So far I do have a lot of empty pockets. So either some of them are just taking a little longer, or as usual, I always plant too deep sometimes. But I'm gonna give it a little more time. I'm not gonna be impatient. I was going to not direct sow these green beans into this green stalk, but I did. This one has all three. This one has two so far. All of them have three in each pocket. And like I say, I may have missed this pocket altogether because I don't see any life in that one. And this one too. I don't know. Well, I don't know because I don't think I missed that many of them. Let me see. No life. Nah. I'm plundering, y'all. I do this. I'm sorry. This may not be what you do in your garden, but I will look for my... Yep. I don't think I put nothing in this one because I shouldn't have to go that deep to look for it. So I'm definitely going to re-sow in there and then see what happens. Because so far, so good. Everybody's doing pretty good. And this is hard for me to determine, y'all, because I'm thinking this is my moringa tree coming back. But sometimes there's this one little weed that look just like moringa. And baby, it ain't. But it looked like it is. And I think this is it. And this weed right here got to be part of your potting mix because it shows up in everything I have. But I buy so much of that potting mix sometimes. And so I have to come in here and take these little pesky weeds out. But I do believe that this is a part of my moringa coming back. Because see this thing here? This thing look just like it. Let me see if I can show you. This is a weed, they say. I don't know if you can see that. But the pattern of it looks just like this. Just like it. But it's not. Moringa, however you pronounce it. But it is definitely a good mimic. Now this one feels like it's attached to the old branch. But this one also feels like that. So I'm going to assume, now what's the difference between these two that I've noticed? The moringa is a solid leaf on top. This has these little buds. I don't know if y'all can see that. But this one has these little bead things on top, if you can see that. But the actual moringa leaf does not have that. So this is a very good mimic of what it is not. but it grows wild here, and it definitely makes you think that it's moringa, and it's not. So my moringa tree is definitely coming back up. So I'm so glad of that. My papaya that I thought was completely a loss is coming back with vengeance. It's huge. And this one was the one that was struggling before the cold killed it. It was struggling to survive, and now it's outgrowing the one that was doing really good. So that's a good thing. What did I call this? Papaya? Or what did I say? Mango? I don't know. My watermelon, I believe I can take it indoors now. Some people say when the this thing here, what do you call it? Trendo? I can't say it. When it dries, it's time to pluck it. But I've also been told when the actual stem of the watermelon is dry and brown, it's ready to pull. So I tend to wait because it's not directly on the ground, so I think it'll be fine if I wait a little bit longer. It definitely sounds good. The last one was kind of, it was kind of mushy, but it still was very sweet. I still tasted it. It was still mushy kind of, but it was still good. I mean, I didn't eat the whole thing. It was disgustingly, the texture was not pleasing, but the taste of it was good. Um, my cherry, this one hasn't even been in the new location but a week, and I'm already getting blossoms, meaning somebody's going to give me some fruit. I love it. And this is my smaller one that I had to replace because one of them, the frost took it out. So I wanted two. And this one is one that the frost damaged, but it did not kill it completely. As you can see, this is all old bark here, and everything around it is new. So this one weathered the storm, weathered the cold pretty well. I saw some blooms on it last week. I'm trying to find them because I want to see if the blooms actually are growing fruit, but it was right up in here somewhere. I don't see it. So I don't see the blooms that I saw last week on here. So, but anyway, I don't see them, y'all. So apparently they hiding from me pretty good, or just they're not gonna fruit, but they are blooming. So we'll see what this one does, because it's doing the same thing. Like I said, it's got pretty little blooms, which means it's gonna hopefully at some point fruit for me. Let me actually go around the other side, see if I'm just not seeing them from this side. No, because their fruit would be super tiny. Very, very tiny little things. But I don't see it. I don't see it. Nope. All right, my little pollinators better get to work. I'm going to take my little, what they, usually I don't have to pollinate these. And from what I gather, they do well with a partner, but they don't have to have one. Because I had one for a very long time, but I did notice that having two was better. My beds are ready. I am not sowing the seeds, y'all. I said I was going to do it. I mean, what do you call that? Planting the seeds or whatever, and then putting them out here. I don't think I want to do it. I think I'm just going to buy my starters again. I don't know. I'm trying to do it, but I don't want to waste my time because for some reason, when it comes to um, sowing the seeds into those little trays, goodness, mine die every time because I forget it. I faithfully come out here and water the garden, but I will forget to go out there and do the trays. How, however, I gotta get these. Anyway, I gotta get these out of this bed because I need to fertilize this bed to get it ready. I'm not sure if I want to do green beans in this bed this season because I have some green beans that my dad grew last season and they did better when it was colder. So I have this bed ready for them and I have that bed I gotta get ready for them. And then I have a couple of pots that I want to put some in containers. They're over there. There's one over there in the junk pile, and there's two over there. There's quite a few containers over there that I could actually use. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to dig up these, what I call trying to do potatoes. But I do see a new sprout coming in, like this potato sprout. Get out of here. This one, see, this weed is everywhere. I can't stand this thing because it comes up in everything. I don't know what it is, but I am very convinced that it is in the potting mix in the soil that I'm purchasing because it pops up in everything. So anyway, y'all, um, I tried to do potatoes. This is like my third time. And for some reason they die back. But this one looks like a fresh new start of the potatoes because I was going to dig them up, put some more soil in here and use this for green beans, which I still am. I'm still going to do that, but I'm going to see what the potatoes look like. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to wait on it because it has a lot of dead in it. So maybe I probably should have already I probably should have already pulled them up. But I think my mind is thinking that it just didn't do well because the other container that I had, the potatoes did not do well. But this heat was very, very hot. But I thought that they liked this heat. But I found out by watching somebody's video, and I can't remember her name. She had a short video, and she mentioned that potatoes do better in the fall in some areas. Of course, I don't always do all my research, y'all. Sometimes I just plant because they say, oh, you can do it in this season. You read something and it says it's this season. But in reality, somebody probably has already tried it in the area. So I'm glad that she was one of them who did. I got to take this up that she did. And she shared the video and she said that some potatoes do well and way better when it's cooler. So I'm going to try that this time. I may still do a pot, but it won't be that pot because I'm using that pot for that container for green beans. I want these particular green beans that I'm growing to be everywhere, that I'm not using these 3 beds because this bed is usually for my cabbage. This bed is usually for my collard greens, and the third bed is also mustard greens. So these 3 beds already have things that are going to be growing in them. I did start some corn for the first time, and 2 of the 4 seeds came up in here. 2 of the 4 have come up in here, and all 4 came up here. I got a bell pepper. All 4 came up here. So when my bell peppers go bad, y'all, I don't bring them inside. I just lay them on the ground, and the seeds do what they do naturally. Those that are wanting to catch, they catch, and those that don't, they don't. But this may look like the most crowded pepper bed that you probably have ever seen, and it's only because there are tons of weeds. I am absolutely a firm believer that it is the soil mix that I'm using. but I don't know what else to use. And I don't know if I want to trust locally a composting because I don't know where to go. I would have to drive about 20-30 minutes to go get it. And sometimes it's just easier to go 3 minutes up the road and buy a bag of stuff. Not even 3 minutes. What I'm noticing is ant activity on my bell pepper plants. I don't know what they're doing, but they are probably devouring my plant. So I got a treat for them. I got to find something to put on them because they are running up and down that stem. So I don't know if neem oil will work or did I just need to use I don't know. I've never had that happen. I've done bell peppers for a long time and I've never seen ant activity on the bell pepper like that. So I'm hoping to get the other two green stalks put in. I'm wanting to do them today to put them in that spot, this spot here and here next to these two. So I'm hoping to get that done. But like I say, we're supposed to get some rain and we definitely have a nice overcast, which is perfect for gardening in Central Florida. When you get an overcast, you actually love being outside. Um, so I'm open. Hopefully, I can get that done. I know my camera is everywhere, y'all, and I apologize for those of you who might be video dizzy. Other than that, that's it. I do have a what do y'all call it? No, what is it called? Not what y'all call it. Um, it's a greenhouse. I do have one of those little pop-up greenhouses that I want to put up. I have two actually because I caught them on sale. I got them for like $10, and so I bought two only because I do have a soursop that I am not leaving out this winter because it does not like the cold at all. And so I want to make sure that I'm able to store this away properly. It's definitely getting new growth, so it definitely has become comfortable in its new container. It's getting new stuff, so that's great. But the sun has scorched the leaves pretty bad. And I didn't think that a plant like this that says it can handle full sun could be scorched like that. And at least I hope that's sun scorching. I'd rather not some disease that I need to be looking for. And I know people say, oh, use the Google thing. But sometimes that thing don't tell me exactly what it is like that. And sometimes it just doesn't work for my phone. And, but I try it. But sometimes I don't know if I should just completely trust that. But overall, um, I'm happy with the process that's going on in the garden. I know that I'm more of a winter gardener, so you won't see a whole lot from me in the summer. I'm more winter, and I'm out here more when it's cooler. When we're getting to 70 degrees and 65 sometimes, it's amazing. When we get into the 80s, I like it when it's 80, 85, I can tolerate it. But most of the time, I winter garden and summer. This is probably all you're going to see other than flowers blooming. I do plan on sowing some zinnia seeds. Zinnia. I do have a container. I have several containers, y'all. I do have a container that I want to put some of those in, and a couple of them actually that I want to put some plants in, zinnia and some sunflowers. So other than that, I think I want to get rid of this mulberry tree, y'all. I did put it in a container because I wanted to control the size, but I'm starting to think that you can't because it's taller, but it's still very linky. And the more I cut it back thinking it'll get fuller, it does start to bush out a little bit, but not much. Right now, it's very linky long, so I'm definitely going to cut it back because it's not doing anything that I needed to do. So maybe if I continue to keep it cut back, I don't know if I'm hurting it or not. Y'all let me know if you know about mulberry trees. Let me know if I should just take it out of that spot and plant it in the middle of the yard. But I don't want this big monster tree in the yard because I know that mulberry trees can get pretty big. I remember because we used to climb one and eat the berries when we were little. When I was younger, I ain't gonna say little, but I was definitely younger. Um, However, guys, this is pretty much it. I'm loving my walkway. My walk paths are mulched now, and I'm loving that because I had my husband got out here and did it for me because I had a black snake incident. Yes, they say black snakes are friendly, but I don't care. Not one snake is friendly to me. And I had the black barrier down, and honey, I was walking right up on him. But I didn't. They don't scare me like that. But he definitely was blending in so well that I didn't see him, and he got away from me. But um, black or not, y'all, I'm sorry. I don't mingle with snakes, so I will pop his head. And I'm sorry if that offends you. I do, but I will. I'll tag his head if I can get him. However, I'm now got a brown. I don't think he camos, so I'm sure I'm seeing better now that this mulch is down, because this is what it was looking like before. I still got to do this area over here, so I still got to do this space here. But he was just laying there, and the only reason I saw him when he took off was because he's shiny. And I said, nope, I am not going to stumble on a snake in my backyard. He in my space. He got to go. So he ran off into those bushes that keeps growing like wildfire. Let me tell y'all something. I know I see a lot of YouTubers who plant lantana. Yes, it does bring the pollinators to the yard. It really does. However, do not ever, ever put it in the ground. You will get this mess. And it grows so fast and so thick. And you know what, y'all? I didn't even plant this. I didn't plant this. So this is something that's probably coming back, that keeps coming back. And I don't know what to put on it without spoiling my ground. But I don't plant in the ground much anyway. I have a lot of volunteers over here. But I've actually always had volunteers. This Cereseed stuff, see how it grows on top of everything. It suffocates everything. And I hate it. I literally hate this stuff. And every summer it comes back with a vengeance. So I'm like, I don't know what to do to treat it. It stinks. I don't mind having stuff that's healthy for you growing in the yard. But what I can't stand is when it does this. Let me show y'all something. I don't even go over here in this part of the yard anymore. Look how this stuff grows. It covers and it suffocates everything. It grows on everything. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. It's definitely not a ivy. It's definitely a um it's something that grows on little pods, and I have it all over the fence, and I try, and boy, it smells awful. But this area I've never planted in. When we purchased the home, there was a lot of stuff going on back here. Um, I see the fern was growing like crazy, so I had somebody come back here and pull it up. I want to have stuff growing back here, but you see these, I don't know what it's called. I looked it up, but these little house plants that like shade, they're growing everywhere back here. Everywhere. Um, they're all over the place. So if you like little house plants, it's back here. I'm telling you, you can put your little pot together, and there's lots of it. So, and it's beautiful. Trust me, it's really pretty plant when it comes up. And I have it here, and it's here, and it's in there, along with this stuff that's growing everywhere. They are everywhere, everywhere. And how they got here, only God knows. God did it. That's all I can say is God did it, because I don't recall planting anything, but sometimes I plant stuff, y'all, and I forget, but I know I didn't do this. So this thing is just running all over the place. And it also looks like I have some, look like, I don't know what that's called. Uh, it's a orchid. It's a orchid, some type of orchid. Yep, I see that. 1, 2, 3. The only thing that I planted back here, y'all, was what is it? Shampoo ginger. And I'll tell you the story. Shampoo ginger, and it was big heads of it on it, big beautiful red heads. And before they put this white fence up, we've changed neighbors about 3 or 4 times, but before this fence was up, it was just a chain link fence that you see all that wild vine growing all over. I'm literally gonna pay somebody to just come and treat it. I may lose a lot of stuff, but I'm over it. Um, but anyway, I had strawberry ginger growing in that area, and it was plentiful, beautiful, and I used to love to come out here and look at it. I came home from work one day, and I came to look, check on my ginger, my strawberry ginger, and every plant was gone. Somebody reached over the chain link fence, or they came through my gate and they took that plant. They took every single plant out of the ground, pulled it up. I came home and I was hurt. I was so angry. Oh my gosh, I was so angry. But yep, so I've never been able to get shampoo ginger anymore. I call it strawberry because it was so bright and red, but it's not strawberry. It's shampoo ginger. And I was hurt, y'all. I was real hurt by that. So now I've been trying to get me some more, but ordering it from people, sometimes you don't get what you think you're getting. There's another one of those plants growing. I think I'm gonna pull that one up and put it in the pot, because this is a nice full piece. I think I'm gonna take this one and put it in a pot and put it on the front porch. Another plant. So the roots, let me see something. So those roots are good. This plant is cute. It's a pretty plant. It's just, don't lose it on the ground, because you'll get what you see over there. However, anyway, it's starting to drizzle. I am going to go inside and call it a day, because I'm probably just going to do my porch. Redo my front porch, because that's another thing that I want to get done. And I have plants all over the front porch. Stuff like this, house plants. And I need to get it done. My husband was going to cut the lawn today. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. My husband was going to cut the grass today, but mow the lawn. Because y'all might say, oh, you little country bumpkin talking about cut the grass. So, anyway, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me show you something. I have so many volunteer stuff that's medicinal. So it's not a bad thing, but it's not a great thing. This is the pesty thing that I was telling you about. It suffocates everything. So if you're growing something, this cerasee is what it's called. I wish I could see a pod, but I don't see a pod. This thing here, I wouldn't put this in my yard. I don't know who told them to plant this mess, but I want somebody to come and spray it. I'm okay with some of it, but if you grow that stuff, please. I don't, the seeds like they pop and like they just blow. I don't know. I really don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. Look at it. Inside my shed where I keep all my extra pots, and it needs to be cleaned out. But it's growing in there. Because it's so invasive and it's so freaking pesty. I said freaking, sorry y'all. Some of y'all might think that's a cuss word, but I don't. It's so pesty. I don't know. It's just one of those aggravating kind of plant vines that you don't want to be bothered with, but they say it has great benefits, and I don't want it. And you know what else I have a lot growing out? This. I don't know if y'all can see what that is. What is it? It's all patches everywhere in my yard. So whoever had the house before me, before us, they had a lot of medicinal plants. And it's not, like I said, I can dig that up before my husband come out here and plant the yard. And this looks like purslane, y'all. What the heck? Why? This looks a big bush of purslane. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's getting some yellow blooms. This is volunteer in my ground. I don't know. So these are things that I'm noticing over the years, how things keep popping up and things are growing. And then I have my first, what is this thing called? Guava. Pink guava. I don't smell it yet, so it's not quite ready, but I probably should get a little net thing to put on it, because when it starts to smell, something else is going to try to come and get it. And my husband the only one who eats them. I don't eat them. Here is what Google said was, what is it called? It's the pink cone flower. I can't think of the name of it, but baby, this thing is nice and bushy, but has not grown one bloom yet. So I'm almost starting to believe it might not be what Google said it is. What y'all think it is? What is it? Tell me. If you know, tell me what this is. Is this, is it called echinacea? No, I don't know. But it's the purple cone flower is what they say it. I can't remember the name. And of course, these are my beauty. I love these. My potato vine. They are so pretty. And I can't wait to transplant them. But right now, I'm here to save their life, because, baby, I was letting them die there on that porch. They was on the front porch with all the other stuff. Losing their life. Because I buy stuff, but then I don't have time sometimes. But look at that. It's so pretty to me. That's so pretty. And deep purple and black is one of the two of the colors that I absolutely love. Yeah. So here's another one. And I think these are things that the birds are dropping off, y'all. Because I didn't plant these. I didn't plant this one. And it's huge. And so if it's the purple cone flower, I don't know how long it's going to take to get a purple cone, because it definitely hasn't done that yet. And then I have more of my purple, and you can see the two tones. Beautiful. Love it. Absolutely beautiful. And then I have my other sweet potato or I can't say that word, so y'all know it's a vine. And then I have my containers that I've been saving to put in the garden to water things when I'm not home, when I'm gone for a few days, till I can get me a system. My gardenia is making a comeback finally, And I forgot what it's called, y'all, but it's pretty. So all of these are going to get planted out today, maybe. I'm hoping to get out here today. I don't know. However, Miss Green, she's going out. And Miss Rustic Red, she's going out. And look, I had some green beans in here, but it was so hot that they didn't do well. They went to seed, but I'm pulling that up. That's trash. That's as big as they got, y'all. Look at that. Little tiny little thing. Look like elf shoes. Look at that. So little. That's as big as they got in this heat. And I normally plant some in this pot too, in this container too. So I'm going to move this container over to the garden area. Oh, my bad. See more of that play, that fake, what is it called? What is that? Moringa? Everywhere. Weed. All weeds. Pesty weed. So anyway, y'all, that's it. I am headed out of this garden, and I am going to make my way back out here in maybe another 30 minutes or so and do what I said I was going to do. And I will probably do a really quick or short video on what I did when I do it. Until then, thank you guys so much, all of you who are viewing my videos, and I thank God for all of those who are going to come. So I do appreciate you taking the time out to watch my little videos. Look at that beauty. She's so cute. Yep. And you are greatly appreciated. I don't care if it's just 5 people. I appreciate the 5. 30 people. I appreciate the 30. I don't care what amount watches. I appreciate you taking your time to watch the video. Thank you so much. Continue to have a very blessed day. And happy gardening. Toodles.